I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is November 13, Wednesday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. So we had a shakeout day pretty much, right? So 8:30, well, we pushed down in Asia here, and then we pushed up here. CPI brought it right back to that level again. That's why I have it little dragged out. And then the opening gap of the week, center of it, sure enough, beautiful sell right there, and then pushed all the way down. Really dirty the way they did this. Came about almost 2 points away from the low here. What's funny is, are we gonna now come and grab it? But and that's why I couldn't take this buy. I mean, this sell is beautiful, but I couldn't take this buy, and it messed me up, man. Because the old me would have bought this, but because today I didn't feel comfortable. Obviously with this kind of imbalance underneath. So man, just beautiful buy though if you took it. But anyways, let's go into it here. I had a guy follow me. He's like, you don't even show your trades and this and that. I'm like, dude, where did the entitlement come from? I don't understand. Why do I have to? Do you want to know my bank account size? Do you want to know what the size of my my mail part is? I mean, like I don't know. This is why I don't do ads. This is why I don't do social media. And it's just like so ungrateful people, man. Look at, they're coming now. Look at that shit going right to the midnight level. Yeah, that's buyers and sellers doing that. Yeah. Anyways, I thought teaching for free here was more than enough. But I mean, if you don't think I'm taking these trades, I mean, you're just playing yourself, buddy. So I'm gonna do this just for the fact that for the person who won't follow me and talk shit to me, had the nerve. I'm just like, what? So anyways, you see this? You see how we tagged that level? I didn't drag the line out because I knew it was there. I didn't want to see it on my chart while I was trading. But and then we popped right into this little gap right here. So sure enough, this is a sell model. This is basically what I'm saying. Sell model here. Here's the data low. There's the data high, right? Sell model here. You see the original consolidation, and sure enough, when we're pushing down, you can see it. This is a 5-minute bearish imbalance. You can't. It's on the 1 minute, but this is a 1 minute chart. But this is a 5-minute bearish imbalance. I have right here this inversion. I'm using that to see where it stops. Right, beautiful work right there. Then we come below. Right, we make another low. 930 is fucking around right here, and I'm using this inversion here as a bullish inversion. Because I want to see most of the bodies hold there. Sure enough, you can see that, right? Beautiful here. We wick up, we get right to that opening range gap, the top 75%. Right? And then we break down again. And then we come back to the midnight level here. We push up. We finally get the first imbalance of the open right here. This is going to be a key level. We push up here, bodies again, right? So, and guess what? I'm holding strong and tough for this. All right, price pushes down again, takes out that low, but I know we're sweeping that because right here, if you look on the 15-minute, you can't see it on the 1 minute, but look at that equal lows right there. I mean, this is like, you have to hold for this, man. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, you could have held for just this really, and it could have just went up. It didn't have to complete the sell model, but, we were just pretty confident in that. But anyways, price shoots down again, and now we're underneath this first imbalance, right? You see that? We're underneath, tag it. Come underneath, tag it. Come underneath, tag it. All right. Then I'm using this bearish imbalance. You're going to ask me, well, why weren't you using some of these bearish imbalances? Well, because of the fact that they're I could have drawn this out, but I'm using this side for it to be like its max level. Obviously, this is a high resistance day. It's not all the candles are overlapping with each other. It's not just like smooth like this or smooth like this, right? Like this is smooth, obviously, here, right? But boom, right to the target here, take the profit out. Now guess what? So here, and I'm gonna do this for the hater, probably not watching anymore anyway. But so what I did, I took the profit out right here, and I wanted to get filled here to take the sell down to wipe out this liquidity here and to ultimately here. Sure enough, look at, I put my limit order. It's a limit order, obviously. Put a limit order right here at 50%. And sure enough, what did they do here? They just tagged in. And this is why I tell y'all, You generally want to enter as soon as it's tagging in, right? You see how it tags in right there? Little swing right there. You see that? So I was like, bro, you got to be kidding me, man. And when the price was coming down here, I was like, man, they're not gonna tag it. Just enter. I mean, because I can still enter here while this down candle is coming down, but I was like, nah. I got a little greedy, to be honest, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait for it to poke up, and it did not. So I understood that this could be a control of price for the temporary, and sure enough, it did, and I missed it. So I did this on purpose just to screenshot it to show you. So for the guy that doesn't believe me, like I'm fucking over here lying or some shit, like bro, I don't got time for that type of shit. I'm a grown ass dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Like grow up. Like whoever is watching this and you're entitled, just grow up, bro. Like seriously. But anyways, we miss it and we come right down and we miss it by 2 points. And I'm sitting here like, yo, I'm like, this could be an amazing buy. And holy shit, I can do it. Look at that shit. Anyways, so here's the situation. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, because the old me would have bought this, but then the price pushed up. I'm like, all right. So now we come back in here and we're tagging this low. I'm leaving all this on here so I can do the teaching without having to mark anything. So I'm gonna just leave it on. I don't leave this on while I'm still working. But anyways, had to call it early because of the fact that the price pushed up here, and I'm like, okay, you digged into this low here. That's fine. And you're staying below this candle. Boom. So I take this sell right here. So I take this sell here. All right. Then it comes down, tags underneath that low, comes here. Now I understand that I need to push through this bearish inversion. I have to push through it, obviously, for my trade to work. Doesn't work. So boom, comes up here, get out, done, out of the trade. Now I'm like, okay, maybe you want to come in and tag it now, which is this imbalance. So the price pushes up, almost tags the midnight level perfectly, but it does fall short. And that's a suspect situation because I would have rather seen this touch or go a hair above on the midnight level, which is this orange line in the background, to then come down, but it didn't. And I was like, fuck, if you want to see that, I can show you. See that? You see how it doesn't, you see how right here? See how it doesn't tap it? I don't like that. And my experience of trading, sometimes it'll miss it and then just keep going, but then sometimes because it didn't hit it, it'll come back. So anyways, that's a kind of flag too. So the price comes up, right? And this is the bearish imbalance. So I don't want it to hit above this candle, which is the 10 o'clock candle. And the issue with this situation is because it is the 10 o'clock 1 minute candle. So there has been no price action above that candle, right? When that 4 hour I'm talking about came out. So I knew this was trouble. I knew it was problematic. But so anyways, I took the trade again. I'm like, oh, it's all good. I took the trade. No big deal, right? Sure enough, we come down, boom, we come right back to this. I'm like, and this was a good profit. I was like, bro, just take it and be done. But I wanted to see it work. Sure enough, it didn't. Obviously, it's coming right back to this. And this is screaming buy, but I just could not do it with this low right here. I just couldn't do it. I was like, no, I'm not doing it, right? And sure enough, what do? We bounced right back to it. We came down in between. We're bouncing in between them. Right, and then it fails, and I understood it was failing here. So I also understand from a retail's perspective, I can also see it like this. Like, when you see a break like this, you see how it breaks above and then retraces back. See how this test, I'm talking completely old school retail, like not the way you should trade, but at the same time, visually. I saw that and I was like, oh, come on, dude. But then I also saw this. All right. And this was the real move. This was the real breakout. So right here, you see this, it breaks out, comes back. So when it failed here, where did it go? Obviously it failed, it's done. Now you push up here. So you get a dump, you get a pump. And normally, I was waiting for this buy. I was like, bro, this is going to be sweet. And sure enough, it just didn't take it out. So apparently they're going to maybe do it later. But anyways, so they tricked me and it worked. And why did I fail? Because I'm fucking human. I mean, I don't know what else I could tell you. But anyways, we push up. Where do we go? We come right to the 25% of the bottom 25% of the opening gap. We come back to that first imbalance here. You see it dragged out. before I even drag it out here, you can see this panning out right here. I've already gave up here at this point, but price came up and then, man, slams all the way down. Beautiful. And if you thought this was going to turn in, this is the reason why you should quit this day. In general speaking, only because look at the back and forth price action here. So it turned into a high resistance day, and you just don't want to deal with it. But this was a beautiful sell, right? You can see we had this down candle, we push up and we break. This is a nice pattern right here of a change. And we're on an overbought here, and I was like, bro. But then we pushed all the way down here, wiped out pretty much this liquidity, and we stopped at this at these down candles here. So but and you can see that, right? Can you see this price action here? What I'm drawing here? You can see that, right? So this is common retail, and to be honest with you, when we trade this style of all this algorithmic price action and technicals, the drawback of it, I would say, is that not keeping it simple, right? And I try to do that as best as I can. But I saw this clearly, and I was like, man, this right here just messed me up for the rest of the day. But I'm okay. You want to know why? You want to know why I'm okay? Because I've already took a big trade. You know what I'm saying? Like so just I don't know what to say. Just don't be entitled. Just don't be entitled, man. Because this makes me not want to do this anymore. It really does. I'm on my 484th video or whatever. It's like, bro, I do this for free, and I do this for fun, and I do this because I care. But like, if someone's gonna I don't know, man. Maybe I should charge and have fucking many ads out there and have 200,000 followers like all these other whack ass traders. You know what I mean? Like, okay, but whatever. So what then? What then? Well, obviously, so obviously I don't deal with anything in between, but I was really kind of married to getting this right here, right? But so what? We pushed up, we retraced back. So at this point, it's like higher. This is higher low, higher high, higher low. You can see it here. I'll do the structure. I'll just draw it. Getting real tired of this, to be honest. But I mean, you can see it up, down, right? You can see that flow. But I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this. Well, I guess you could say that. Fuck it. Right here. So all this in between is just garbage, right? So that's really the case. You can see that, right? So again, and it was screaming to buy, and this is a model, and I just just got married to this. Just being honest. There's nothing else I could tell you. So who out there is doing that? I doubt it. But anyway, we push up here, and then you can see that this imbalance ends up getting used as well. And beautiful, nicely, right? And then and it's the 50% level is at the open of the 930, so it's a more confluence to that. We push up here, we get these equal lows right here, and what are we doing? Well, we're obviously coming back up to get into this bearish 4-hour imbalance. So and I forgot to mention this yesterday, but was it yesterday or the day before? But we had these two up candles. This is what I forgot to mention. We had these two up candles, and that's why you see it rejecting here. When we came up, we fell short here, right? And you're like, well, what? You sold here, but you weren't willing to buy here. Yeah, exactly. Because my confluence is I have this high that we're rejecting. How many times? And we're rejecting at a 50% of the opening gap. So this is not a random level. Here is technically a random level, but if you have well, before I get there, so we have this little imbalance here, right? So we just built liquidity before we rated it, so that's explaining now getting into that up candle, which we do get into it now here, right? With the PM session getting into this last candle. So I wanted to mention that, but I thought the imbalance was enough, but we also have these up 2 candles. Anyways, back to the random level here, it's like, well, you have this on a 4-hour chart. If I was to, hold on one second here. Let me see here. 1 second, I'm just getting a different fib here. Where's this quad level at? Come on. Okay. All right, so where are you? Sorry. All right. Hold on. Just hold on. Oh shit. Okay, I'm good. All right, so if I was to quad this, let's just do it this way. See, I think I forgot to mention this yesterday. So here we're at a 25% level of that 4-hour gap, right? So if you're really bullish, you're obviously going to stay in that upper portion, right? So that's basically what we did. But it was on the 4-hour, right? And you want to do that on the 4-hour. So, yeah. So again, that also wasn't random when I bought that yesterday. But so, anyways, let's go back to this. So that's to explain why I didn't buy this. All right, why it was easier to sell this than it was to. So and also some of the best trades are the hardest trades, right? Obviously, right? But and this is like 100% retracement in a sense. But we're in this range from here, this high to this low. Right? And at this time, when we took this sell, we were underneath that. And I was looking at that as a lower high also, right? So I was looking at this as a lower high, right? And then the ultimate goal was to come and break this low, technically. But as you see in the sell model, what was the setup today? It was this sell model. This was the setup. That's why I took the profit and tried to get in here. But after that, I mean, it's like anything else is a bonus. But that was the day for me specifically. But and it worked out beautiful. But anyways, this, I just couldn't buy this. Just really couldn't. So, okay, so let's continue. So what did we do? We pushed up here. We pushed up and then looked to the left. We finally sealed. Did we seal it? No, I don't think we sealed it, but we hit this up candle, right? So a majority of that is sealed, but it's not. So what's the low here? The low of this candle is 271 3/4. The high is 268.5. So yes, obviously a couple points away or whatever, right? So and then now we have a nice signal here, right? And also you have a divergence here on the 15-minute. If I go to the 5-minute, let me just go to 5-minute because this is kind of dirty. The 5-minute was also helping me with that sell. As you see here, I have that right there, right? And then this, by this not tagging the bottom, I was also like for sure not taking it, right? Is what I'm trying to say. And then as you see here, we tag up. The 5-minute's really good when it's on an oversold area and it's ready to move. This was a beautiful sell as well. What did they do? They came back into half of the. They came back to wipe out buyers. They came back to in the middle of the range. You see this speaker here? So I talk about all the time. You see this? See it? Up, down. So you had low, lower, two lows. Then you had your high, and now you had the next high. All right. So we're literally speakering out. I mean, if you can't see that, dude. So these are the probabilities. I just really wanted this to take out this low. Anyway, we came up. Now we had 3 highs here. Why do you think we came down here? And we're sitting in the middle of the range now. So let's say it's not that low. It's that low, and that high. So we're technically in this range here. Just say this. All right. Oh, what a coincidence. The price is at 50% of the medium range. So there you go. I mean, that right there is I mean, and don't get me wrong. I was ready to buy this shit and to come up into here, but because of that, just fucked me up. So no big deal. It is what it is, right? But let's see. Am I missing something here? Okay, well let me move forward, bro. 19 minutes. So also what was keeping me with the sell here as a final confluence was that Dow did not take out this high, and as you can see, S&P and Nas took that out. So I mean, if you're not learning something, man, yeah, I don't know how you're not learning something. I don't understand how someone couldn't follow me. Go watch somebody who's gonna charge you. I guess I don't know what it is. It's just I'm really like kind of pissed about the shit. It's like silly, but we'll see what I end up doing. But as you see here, and then so that was the sell, obviously beautiful. And then here I understood that we had lower lows here with Nas and S&P, right? And then they swept this liquidity. But Dow didn't, right? And I was okay with that too. Like I said, I was ready to buy. But and then you can see here the more confluence with the higher low here. I mean, I can even push it out more. But see this? So I understood this, and I was like, bro, I was like ready to buy, and it just didn't tag it. And then my inkling was like, hey, just buy it, And I'm like, nah, man, that's not responsible. So and I left it alone, and that's as good as it gets. Anyways, we popped up here. Now this is why I was telling you that this was a great sell here, because we had a divergence here with Nas, higher highs here, and we had lower highs here and here. So beautiful fucking sell. Look at dollar here, screaming up again. I told y'all. I have not changed this chart since I drew this. This was in November of last year. This has been a year that I drew this. Well, maybe I didn't draw it as soon as it got formed, but whatever. This is from this gap is from last year. You see that gap right there? Can't miss that, right? It's in purple. So we now tagged it here, and they need a body up top here, and are they gonna get this? Dollar is crazy. Look at that. So if you're trading forex, I've been telling y'all from down here, let's push up here and then see what happens. And then from here, I was like, let's shoot the hell up. Sure enough, it did. Anyways, Dow, very very small, weak day, to be honest with you. That's why this is back and forth shit. But again, I mentioned yesterday, coming to the 50 here. What are we gonna do? We're gonna bounce off of that. I told y'all this yesterday. So I'm not trying to beat my chest and be like, hey, I'm the man or anything. But like how could you unfollow me? I'm really pissed about this shit. It's like, really? Like, okay. Anyways, so again, I'm expecting this to break through though. Here's the thing. I don't know, man. I mean, tapping into this low here makes sense here. It still makes a lot of sense. There has not been a time. Well, let me rephrase that. You don't really see. It's not common for us to not come back and wipe out some of these push out traders, right? Again, unless they wanted to keep going and then come back. So, but now you're already showing that you're coming back. We'll see what happens, but and that's Dow. Yeah, super awkward day. In a sense. But here's S&P, same story. Push back up. I want to look at this as lower low. I want to look at that as lower high. I'd like to make another lower low. And that's what I was trying to, in these last videos, I've been trying to say that I wanted to see this lower low, lower high. We're getting it, but we're not getting it the way we would want. So as you see, this lower low, we made that lower high. And then we made this lower low. And that's why I was like, yeah, perfect, lower high. I sold it, right? Boom. And fucking failed. And then pushed back up. So just dirty. There's no other way to put this. It's dirty. They did this dirty. I mean, so what can I tell you? But and again, I the way I do things is, I'm teaching people how to make money or fish, right? Like I'm not doing this for signals. I do it this way so you can think on your own and trade on your own. You need to be able to do that. You're not looking for somebody to hold your hand, right? So I do it this way so you can make your own decisions. You know what I'm saying? And I give my logic and it generally pans out. But if you unfollow me because, you expected it to come in here, right? And you got mad that that didn't happen. Like, do you think that's my fault? Like, you got to grow up, Yeah, it came up. Oh, fucking well. Did I catch this? No, I didn't. Could I have? Yeah. I understood that that's a possibility, but I mean, I wasn't going to take the trade with this. So fucking, handle your own business. So Nvidia, I was saying, so we were like in this price action here, and now we're kind of like right here. See, because we came up and we did wipe that out, and now we're down here. So we're pretty much like right here. So are we gonna do this? Do this, or are we going to just push the hell up from here? I don't know. It's really weird because also which is weird is that the bonds was coming down, and so we technically should be, but we're consolidating. You could tell that we're like holding the market. I think, and while dollar's screaming up, that's why I was looking for the sell too. But at the same time, we should be coming more down. I mean, if I mean, in general speaking, with dollar going up, yields going up still, and bonds coming down, like we should still be coming up. We should still be coming down. So, um, and we're just not seeing it yet, right? So maybe they leak in. Look at this. I don't see how they could leave this here. I just don't see it. Um, yeah, obviously we said that about this too, right? We said that about this here. How could they leave that there, right? But this is just too much in a premium area. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. They're just using this. So when they probably come down still again to balance the price, that they have a nice pool to grab. Obviously, great confusion. Kudos to you guys. Round of applause for these dicks because that trick worked. So, and that's the thing I fear about generally when I trade is do you take it or not, right? But it's not common. It's not really a common thing, right? So it is what it is. But all right. So is there anything else I need to say? We still got news Thursday and Friday. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm always forgetting something, man. Kind of dancing around that 50% of the opening range gap here. We came below. Look at this day, dude. I mean, if that's not a shakeout day, I don't know what is, bro. I generally love these days. Like I said, I was like, dude, I was all for it, but they didn't take it out, man. I just like when you look at a 1 minute chart, I'm just like, nah, I'm like, fucking prices right here. I'm like, no way, bro. But I saw this oversold and it tapped it. And we were dancing in between the whole time. Fuckery, right? They're doing that shit on purpose. Look, boom. And I was like, bro, but I just couldn't do it. But after this loss right here, I was like, nah, you're done. Because now I'm like, I know I missed the boat. I'm not entering here. I'm just not. So it is what it is. So you guys take care and God bless.